Yeah.
Talk about that excitement.
The Captains and the and the Cromwellian and all the different clubs. And I came to know Jimi Hendrix a little bit better than I knew most other artists. In fact, he came to my 21st birthday party in, I think it was in Holland. We were doing television over there at some stage, and there was Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Tish. I remember them very well. And Jimi Hendrix was the kind of opposite personality that you would expect him to be on stage. Very warm, very quiet. Nothing like that person standing on stage that you didn't feel that you could get near. You know, nice man. It's a great shame we lost him. Yeah.
Can you talk about Sgt. Pepper as an influence, or the Beatles as a musical influence?
Well, the Beatles were definitely a musical influence, and I would go on to add who wasn't influenced by the Beatles. I mean, every artist that we see today was influenced in some way by that whole period and by that group. They were a phenomenon, and we love them just as much today, I think. And of course, Sgt. Pepper was a major influence on us, as it was many artists that tried to emulate it or tried to do something like it. They were fortunate in the respect that they had someone like George Martin. They had facilities that were a little bit further ahead than most groups were able to afford, and they were able to experiment more. Although, having spoken to George Martin since, he claims to this day that wouldn't it be great if we had 4-track studios to work in instead of 24-track studios, because then we could be more inventive like we were in those days, and I think that's a very good comment. Yeah.
Sound roll 3, film roll 3, sound 6 marker.
You once said that you were the epitome of an Elvis Presley fan.
Well, I always have been a big Elvis Presley fan, way back, and still now I listen to a lot of his records. He is, to me, probably the most, and to many, the most magnetic performer I think that ever performed. You know, I mean, he was tremendous. We still listen to his records to this day, and we were very fortunate enough once again to have had one song recorded by him. It's a wonderful performer. Tell by the hair, can't you?
Did you ever see him?
No, oh yeah, well, no, we didn't actually meet him, but we were in Memphis one time for a show, and we went up to Graceland to see if we could meet him, and his uncle was at the gates. I think his uncle's name is Vernon, and he actually led us through the gates, and we drove up to the house. Oh, his father's Vernon, isn't it? Well, his uncle, what's his uncle's name? It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, no, it's alright. God. Bloody directors. Okay. We're a team, right, okay. We... Yeah.
A million letters.
Right. Yes, we never did meet Elvis, but we did a show in Memphis once, and we went up to Graceland to see if there was a chance we could meet him. And his uncle was at the gatehouse and opened the gates and let us in. We drove up to the house and up to the front door, and one thing we hadn't noticed, and I don't think people noticed from the gates, is that all of the windows are barred, very big bars on all of them. So I don't think anyone could actually get in that place with the greatest desire to. We got to the front door, and one of the big cars was outside with a television in the back. We figured he was home, but we were wrong. I don't think we'd have got to the front door had he been home, but they allowed us to go up there and take pictures of the front door, and isn't it amazing what you get up to, you know? Take pictures of the front door, you know. But you know, it was a pleasure to do that. We're all fans of the man, and it was nice to get that close.
Which of his recordings do you think are the most important today?
My goodness, it would be. No artist likes to be told that the earliest recordings were the best, but I think in Elvis's case, they most definitely were. I mean, Blue Suede Shoes and Jailhouse Rock and all of these records still seem to outlive any of the later recordings that he did. I don't know why that is. Suspicious Minds was a marvelous record. There were a lot of great records that he made prior to his death, but I think everybody would agree that the early ones were the ones that took the world by storm, I think.